Thank you. Most Reverend Bishop Peter Paul, Most Reverend Bishop Henry D'Souza, and all dignitaries on the stage, Reverend Fathers, religious sisters, my dear friends and fellow admirers of Bishop Henry, a very good evening to you all. As we gather here to celebrate the 75th birthday of Bishop Henry D'Souza, I am reminded of a journey that began in 1976 when a young assistant parish priest stepped into our lives in Barkur and forever changed them with his infectious smile and unwavering faith. I was a young boy in the third standard when I first saw him in 1976. He had just been ordained and came to our parish in Barkur as Dr. Padrab. Looking back, I feel incredibly fortunate that our batch was chosen to receive catechism lessons from him for our first Holy Communion. My connection with him deepened when I joined the Altar Boys group right after my first Holy Communion. Though his stay in Barkur lasted only 2 years, those years left an indelible mark on his life and mine and ours as Barkurians. What amazed me most about Father Henry was his remarkable ability to remember every parishioner by name, a trait he maintains to this day. My relationship with him continued with his numerous visits to Barkur, grew strong when I joined college in Mangalore, and took an unexpected turn when he became my first employer right after I completed education. I have watched him closely over the last 48 years or so, and his love for us Barkurians runs deep. Whether he is attending events in Barkur, supporting our community initiatives in Mumbai during the 80s, or engaging with our diaspora in UAE and Muscat. His affection never wavers. He is consistently present for our landmark events, jubilees and family celebrations, supporting our customs and efforts to preserve our heritage. What sets him apart is his perpetual smile and vibrant personality. Even after becoming the Bishop of Bellary Diocese, he has maintained close ties with Barkur, his first and only parish. This connection speaks volumes about his dedication to our community, which shaped his early ministry. His association with Barkur continued even after he was transferred to Mangala Jyoti. I vividly remember him as a chief guest at the 3rd annual day celebrations of CYM in May 1979. His presence at these Youth Day celebrations marked the beginning of countless visits to Barkur, so many that neither he nor we Barkurians can keep count. During his time in Mangalore, particularly at Canara Communication Center, the CCC, and Sandesha, he created something special for youngsters. When I joined Karnataka Polytechnic in 1986, CCC was just a 5 minutes walk from my hostel. My friends and I became daily visitors, and I joined the Young Technicians movement centered at CCC. Eventually serving as its secretary and vice president. Under his directorship, CCC fostered 3 vibrant youth groups, Canara Youngsters, YTM and Madhu Sampak at Padwa School in Nantur, Mangalore. Padwa High School premises was buzzing with youth activities those days as these groups worked together, organizing numerous programs that shaped future leaders. I witnessed the emergence of prominent figures like Justice Michael Dicuna, Robert Rodriguez, Galdin D'Souza, Roy Castellino, Lancy Dicuna, Alvin Dicuna Derebail, Carmelita Alvarez, Filomena Di Costa, Sister Donna, Rupakala, Priya Miskit, Ratan Castellino, Cajetan Dias, Anita D'Souza, and many others. It was during this time that he recognized my artistic abilities and invited me to join the incubator office of what would later become Sandesha. Working as an illustrator at KRCBC Petscom, at the wooden floored modest office at the first floor of Padua High School building. Though brief, I always remember that short stint as the best part of my life. His quick-witted humor was legendary, sparking instant laughter with perfectly timed quips. I can go on and on about those witty retorts, and let me tell this one in Konkani. Anga eklo गावपी असलो उदय तो गावपी आणि ताणे आणि ताच्या संगत्याने मिळून ताची एक संगीत सांज डॉन बॉस्को हॉलांत सादर केली. सादर करून थोडा एका 2 हप्त्या उपरांत तो थंय पदवा हायस्कुला लागीं आयिल्ल्या तेन्ना फादर हेनरीन ताका पळयलें. हां कसो आसा या कशी जाली तुमची नायट. तो म्हणलो बरी जाली फादर बरी जाली. मागीर कांय कलेक्शन जालें गी कांय उरलें गी तुमकां म्हणालो. हो म्हणलो ना फादर खर्च काडून कांय उरोना. हां खर्च काडून कांय उरोना गे कित्याक कांय एक 2 वर्सांचो खर्च काडला गे तुमी म्हणालो. तशें तो एकदम घडये भितर कितेंय ना कितें सांगून आमकां हांसयतलो. Those early days at Padua and later in the White House in Nantur remain etched in memory. As the young staff under Father Henry's fatherly guidance, we faced frequent financial challenges, often with the empty office accounts at month's end. Yet, Father Henry would write our salary checks with unwavering faith, and remarkably, funds would materialize within days. One unforgettable adventure was our jeep journey with him to Goa, along with Galdin D'Souza, to meet rock legend Remo Fernandes. Despite having no initial funds, we planned his mega show at Padua grounds, a high-stake venture that transformed into a spectacular success. Each memory captures Father Henry's extraordinary spirit, leading with faith, optimism, and an ability to make the impossible possible. Those days created lasting memories and lifelong relationships. I am proud that we have maintained the same warm connection despite changes in our respective life trajectories. Later, Father Henry moved to New Delhi as Secretary for Communication at the CBCI headquarters. He held numerous prestigious positions, including President of Unda OCIC India and Secretary of KRCBC Petscom and Unda Asia, which ultimately led him to become the Bishop of Bellary. Now, at 75, Bishop Henry remains young at heart, his laughter and warmth touching everyone around him. His respect and love for people, regardless of their age, create an environment of acceptance and understanding that I have personally experienced throughout our long association. He has been with me through thick and thin, offering unconditional support during the most challenging phase of my life. I feel blessed that we continue to share the same jovial friendship today. His guidance and friendship remain as valuable now as they were when I first met him as that young boy in Barkur. Very apt and important, I learned from him that we can maintain friendships despite differences. People may differ in their opinions, language, script, religion, and eating habits, but he taught and showed me that they can still remain friends. Our own relationship stands as proof. We both acknowledge our differences in few things, while our bond remains unshaken, showing that true connections transcend differences. As I reflect on our journey together, I feel immensely grateful for his presence in my life. Our relationship continues to flourish, marked by regular conversations and shared moments of joy. We were with each other through most of the significant moments of our lives. I was fortunate to be with him when he was ordained as the Bishop of Bellary, and recently I visited Bellary again for Platinum Jubilee of the diocese. He is not just a spiritual guide, but a true friend. His faith, wisdom, and service continue to inspire me and countless others. And I join the entire Barkurian community in wishing him a blessed 75th birthday. May God continue to bless him with good health, peace, and strength as he continues to guide and uplift all his admirers. Thank you. Happy birthday, Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kishore Gonsalves with his very, very warm and sentimental felicitation speech. Could we have a round of applause for him, please?